this court last night. She's 56 in the world, from Japan but living in London. Please welcome Satomi Watanabe. Her opponent tonight is the number 2 seed and the world number 11. She's been as high as number 3 in the world and is one of the most skillful players on the tour. At 29 years old, she's won 239 matches and has 11 tour titles to her name. Please welcome, from Cairo, Nour Tayeb.
Welcome to the CIB ZED Squash Open 2022, the inaugural event here in Cairo, Egypt. It's a wonderful event here, the ZED Squash Open. Tonight is day 2 of this event. Players on the court warming up. Satomi Watanabe of Japan versus the number 2 seed, Nour Tayeb, followed by the Frenchman, Victor Crouin, very much in form, the number 2 seed against Juan Camilo Vargas, who played exceptionally well last night. And then the second women's match is the number 1 seed, Salma Hani from Egypt against Jana Shiha, also of Egypt. And then the final match, Rui Suarez, the Portuguese number 1 against Yusuf Solomon of Egypt, the number 1 seed in the men's event. Well, I'm Simon Park, and joining me for this evening's matches is Lisa Aitken. Good evening, Lisa.
Good evening, Simon.
Looking forward to this one and this schedule of matches in day 2.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this matchup. I think going by last night, what we've seen from the Japanese girl, with the contrast in styles I feel here. Last night she played somebody, Yatra Badel. They possess quite similar attacking game styles, but this one's very, very different. And again, it's another test for the Japanese, who's up and coming in the rankings.
So Satomi Watanabe, Japanese number 1, 56 in the world. She's been as high as 44. Very much a player in form, as we saw last night. We were talking about a match with Dell. Just 23 years of age, and has been on tour now for 8 years, so already amassed quite a bit of experience, and 7 titles from 12. Pretty impressive, and very good win rate, almost 70%. Anything around 70% is very impressive. She's going to have a good go, I think, at Nour Tayeb. Nothing to lose. A very familiar face and figure on the court. Nour Tayeb, the number 2 seed in the all-black kit there. Currently 11 in the world, but has been as high as 3 and has won many major titles. 29 years of age. Fairly recently has been become a mother. Amazingly come back to some fantastic form. She turned pro in 2007. 11 titles from 23, and again, similar win rate at 70%, but she has played 353 matches. Pretty impressive from Nour Tayeb, one of the favourites on the PSA World Tour.
Well, I think we're definitely going to see a rise in ranking status for both of these players. Tayeb obviously been at our highest of 3, looking to break into that top 10, and we've introduced a new weekly ranking system now, Parky, so the rankings, these numbers are going to be changing a lot quicker than they used to be.
That's good, isn't it? It's going to make them, I think, a little bit more accurate, a bit more fluid, a bit more current form based, which, I mean, there's plenty of tournaments now on the PSA World Tour. It's a good problem to have, and I think that's the right thing to do with the weekly rankings. And we know that Tayeb can do it. She's been to the very, or nearly the very top in the world rankings. Can Watanabe do it? Can she get in the top 20, do you think?
Absolutely. The performances that we've seen from her, particularly at the World Championships when she played Hania El Hammami, what a game that was. The standard that she was playing was already top 20. Whether she's got the consistency that she can keep coming to these events, we've not often seen her entering particularly these big events. She plays 5Ks, 10Ks, but I'm sure now that her ranking is established at what it is. Oh, and there's just a little beetle, don't worry. Oh, she's not liking that at all.
CIB ZED Squash Open 2022.
Don't get on the wrong side of Satomi.
Nour Tayeb of Egypt to serve. Satomi Watanabe of Japan to receive. Best of 5 game. Love all.
So Nour Tayeb to start proceedings this evening on day 2. These two have never played before on the PSA World Tour.
It's really refreshing.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for Watanabe to test her wares against one of the best players in the last decade or so.
I mean, like I said previously, Parky, she does have the capability to play top 20 squash with the potential that she's got as well, even top 10. So these are the sorts of matches that she will be looking to really get under her belt, and just a little bit of a test just to see where she's at.
Nour Tayeb will change racket.
Another insect that's causing her problems here.
So we've got an insect for Satomi, and we've got a string break for Nour Tayeb, who's gone in.
It's all happening here, Lisa.
Replaced her racket.
I think she'd make a good hockey player, Watanabe, the way she got rid of that insect.
Or curling. Those lights.
Yeah, that's just for the Scots.
Those lights in the background are giving you a bit of a headache, so hopefully the players well in the zone and can't see the strobe lights flashing on court, but we can. That needs to die down a little bit.
I actually hadn't noticed that, but now you mention it.
The disco man that you are, the festival goer. Surprised.
It's a good positive start from both players here.
Handout to 1-all.
We're just talking about the contrast of styles, Parky. You've got Satomi Watanabe, who is very ruthless with her attacks, very clean, hard hitter, likes to be aggressive with that ball whenever she can, put in the kills, the quick boasts as her form of attack. Her general hitting is typically below the line. She's not using the lift much. And then on the reverse of that, you've got Tayeb, who likes to almost have a delayed swing, hit the ball as late as possible, create a lot of deception. A very lasso kind of style going on with her swing, in contrast to the very short compactness of the Japanese. I think this match is going to be... We're in for a treat, Parky, with the contrast and styles.
Yeah, it is good contrast. I think, yeah, just going on from what you're saying, Watanabe, if you look there, everything she hits is with purpose. Not that Tayeb doesn't hit with purpose, but she really likes to, I think, put it in the corners, in the target areas pretty quickly.
Down.
Watanabe, and she strikes it really nicely. Very crisp. I think she could cause Tayeb some problems here if she keeps the form up. It's a little bit sloppy there for Tayeb, didn't move her feet. That's beautifully shot. It's a good example of what you were talking about, Lisa, there. Just a bit of delay, even though she had so much time there, but she still wanted to delay the swing and then put it in the corner.
Yeah, it's just starting the movement of a player, particularly a rhythmical one like Watanabe. If you can just get a player to stop in their tracks and hold their position and then hit quickly, it's very difficult to generate power and speed from that stood still position.
I think she clipped the tin there.
Yeah, it looked down to me. It looked down, and you could also just hear it a bit.
Yeah, just a bit of deviation, top of the tin. Nour Tayeb certainly didn't miss it.
Left side, 5-3.
Watch closely here. Your eyes are better than mine. Didn't look like it deviated as much there, but I think it was down.
It was more the noise it made as well. Tell you one thing, it wasn't far away. That's a great shot. Oh,
what a get as well.
Wow.
This is the thing that we haven't really talked about with Tayeb, is her recovery skills are incredible as well, alongside all the racket ability, and she's a real fighter too, incredibly determined, but she's a great athlete.
And that's that is, yep, you cannot leave the ball in the middle of the court. It's this cross court, not quite got the width right onto the racket. And there's that short compactness in the swing from Watanabe.
Yeah. Oh, what a finish. Great finish there.
It's the forehand kill.
5-6.
Right, it's a good quality start to the evening, Lisa. Hopefully this is the sign of things to come. The 4-match program that we've got here at the ZED Club. Again, that cross court there just hit with so much purpose, really putting Tayeb on the stretch. Oh, it's a lovely finish. Just cut down nicely on it, didn't she? Got a perfect straight line. Still margin for error, but the ball was, you know, a couple of inches above the tin. Not much chance for Watanabe.
You could just see from that lovely camera angle there just how open her racket face was, and then you could hear the strings come through the ball.
8-6.
So even with a full swing, when you've opened the racket face and you use the strings, you still get the ball to stop so short.
Tell you what, you'd make a great coach. You explained that beautifully.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Parky.
Oh, there'll be more. Fast and furious now between these two. Great quality, and even Tayeb, with her athleticism, couldn't pick up that. She read it just slightly late, and the ball was just a wicked angle, wasn't it?
7-8.
Yeah, it's a shot that Watanabe likes to utilise from that part of the court, the backhand boast just past the service box. She shapes up as if it was to be a straight drive, so it's very hard to read.
8-all.
Very difficult for an opponent having to cover the two extremes of the court.
She's done well here, Watanabe, because it looked like Tayeb was just ready to pull away on the scoreboard. Back to parity here. Bit of trouble here for Watanabe.
Oh, wow.
Lovely finish.
Very well taken.
And out 9-8.
Just take a look at the swing here, the setup. Looks like a drive, and at the last minute just slows the head speed down for the drop. Signature Tayeb.
Yeah, Mohamed Al-Shabaghi does it well in the men's game, doesn't he? Just they do it in slightly different ways, but both start with that high backswing. Very hard to execute.
And out 9-all.
looking like she's just getting slightly frustrated here, Tayeb. She's throwing everything at Japanese opponent. She's still in this game, Watanabe. She hits really good width, doesn't she, Watanabe? Doesn't give you much chance to volley. Well, that's high. She was always going to lose that one. At the drop shot was, well, the attempted drop was far too high. It was almost on the cut line. It was on the cut line.
Yeah, it was an opportunity to hit absolutely anything she wanted. Dangerous area.
So first game ball here for Tayeb. Can she take it at the first opportunity?
Oh.
Well, if she, oh my word.
So bad it's good.
Completely flummoxed. Ball down the middle of the court. Well, that's the tactic then, Lisa.
Must win by 2 points.
It's a way forward for me.
One review available.
Let's have a look at this. This is brilliant.
Oh, well, her legs were going all over the place, and she's trying to avoid the ball at all costs, but just couldn't. There's no way she expected it down the middle like that.
See what Watanabe was trying to do. She'd shaped up for the straight, and at the very last minute decided she was going to disguise it cross court, but it didn't quite have enough head speed through it.
Well, it's got her into a tie-break situation. Oh, this is a big chance now. She's got to take this.
Stroke to
yeah, I think perhaps that straight drop shot, Lisa, on that boast from Watanabe. But she went for the cross court and then
11-10
gave away a
game
stroke.
ball.
And now it's another game ball for Tayeb. Good width again from Watanabe.
No let.
I think that's the correct decision. So, still fighting here, Watanabe.
And out 11-all.
Exciting stuff, Lisa.
What I'm loving about this game is you've got one player in Watanabe who's trying to take the ball as early on the rise, and then you've got Tayeb who's trying to take everything at the bottom of when the ball's dropping down.
Yeah.
It's two extremes.
Really is a fantastic contrast. And both styles of game work, don't they? But
oh, that'll be a no let. Yeah, there was no reason that she couldn't play that shot there, and that's really not what you want at 11-all. To be asking for a soft let.
Game ball.
Not quite in the position that she wanted there and chanced it.
Yeah, the only shot really she had was a flick straight down the wall, wasn't it? She should have played that. Oh, she just missed it. She knows she had
game 2
or three chances really, Watanabe, but she did play well there. Had some opportunities. Nour Tayeb just managing to squeeze through the number 2 seed. 13-11 in 13 minutes. She leads by 1 game to love.
Well, this is a very interesting game. We knew it would be. Both players just feeling each other out in that first game. Real contrast of styles, and I was really enjoying watching Tayeb work it out, work her way through, seeing what was working, what wasn't working, and certainly leaving the ball in the middle of the court for a very clinical and aggressive player like Watanabe was not. She was in it though, Watanabe. This game could have been hers. I'm sure she'll take confidence with that into this next game, but it's Tayeb who's out in front first with a 1-0 lead.
They will
Well,
resume
Nour
in 60
Tayeb
seconds.
just getting a bit of coaching from her coach, Hossam. Coaching, this is the first event that it's been back in business. Players are now allowed to nominate 1 coach per match, and only that person will be able to speak to the player in between games.
They will resume in 30 seconds. 15 seconds. Tayeb leads 1 game to love. Love all. And out to one love.
Well, I can't imagine Watanabe will be changing too much from a tactical standpoint here. Very close in that first game, and it was just maybe a couple of errors or wrong shot selection.
Yeah, absolutely. Just didn't take her opportunities where she had them. That was a great shot, high up on the backhand side. Difficult to execute. But yeah, you're right, Lisa. I think just here and there, the shot selection wasn't quite right, and Tayeb, with all her experience, just pounced on it, literally.
It wasn't much though. It was just the odd scraggly rally. The shot came down the middle and a stroke was given. Really fine margins. That is what she's doing so well, is taking those opportunities when the ball comes in the middle, standing her ground, good balance in her feet.
3 love.
And just putting that ball into the front quickly.
Yeah, she's really good on the volley. She hasn't made too many mistakes in that area. The anticipation is there.
It's that robust technique as well, the compactness in the swing. Racket readily available.
Down.
That area there, though, on both sides.
And out 1-3.
Just ball running slightly away from Watanabe. Behind the service box is an area that Tayeb's had a lot of joy from.
Do you think that's something that Watanabe has to work on a little bit? Do you think she's a little bit upright sometimes, isn't she? I think
2-3.
In those back corners, perhaps tries to flick at it and doesn't get into the right position, maybe.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, she's so good across the middle with that stance. She's quite a tall girl as well. She typically does want to have that middle where she can cut the ball off without having to go into the back too much.
What a pickup that was, of that cross-court backhand slice across the top of the tin, and the pickup from Tayeb.
Stroke to Tayeb. 4-3. Down.
Oh, wow.
Can I just remind the viewers that the player in black here is a mum? In some of these movements, look at that. Absolutely ridiculous.
5-3.
Incredible the shape she's got herself into.
I love that low position that she got into once she got back up. Just anticipating where to go. That position was allowing her to really go anywhere.
6-3.
You can see the determination here as well from Tayeb. She's fully aware of the danger of her opponent. She won't be thinking about rankings. Watanabe is a very real threat. That's really well anticipated. Oh, some great stuff here.
Oh, oh!
Oh, wow. That was off the frame. I mean, the disguise and deception was there from Tayeb. She turned it inside out with that racket face, but she hit the frame as well.
How's that for a drop shot? Practicing that all summer.
Try that one. Can't coach it.
Out.
Yeah, it's unraveling a bit here for Watanabe.
8-3.
Tayeb eager to get on with proceedings, keep the pace pretty high.
Yeah, it's nice, very clean, great weight of shot.
9-3.
perfect line. Dying in the back corner. No return.
Down.
Too many errors here from the
10-3
Japanese.
game ball.
Yeah, just feel like it's running away from her. She was playing some really high quality stuff in that first and the beginning of the second. Oh dear, she's clipped
Bobber on the
follow
elbow.
through. Yeah, that looks painful.
Oh, especially if it was on the
Are you
funny
okay?
bone. It tingles. Oh.
Ouch. She's quite a bit of pain there, I think.
Swing.
Didn't look like much, Lisa, but if you do get clipped on the funny bone, it's strange feeling.
Well, there's just no
Mr. Watanabe.
muscle or fat there to protect anything, is there?
Physio?
Fortunately, it's not her playing hand.
Like it went on the outside of the arm there. The referee wants to give the point as well, just to rub salt in the wounds.
Nour.
There you go.
Not even a sympathy let.
No.
Nour. Swing prevented.
I mean, I think it's got to be a let, Lisa. She got hit with the follow through from her opponent and had to stop.
Mr. Nour, are you okay play it? Okay, thank you.
That's good. It's the right thing to do from Tayeb. I mean, that was pretty obvious to me. Apart from the fact she's 10-3 up here.
10-3 game ball. Down.
Well, Tayeb marches off to that left-hand side door. It's never really in doubt, and a bit of fair play from her, but she's just marching on and in top confidence. Nour Tayeb, the number 2 seed, taking the second game, 11-3 in 8 minutes. She leads by 2 games to love.
Well, a much more convincing game for Nour Tayeb, who really seemed to find her rhythm and range into the back corners, particularly twisting and turning Watanabe in there and getting a lot of errors. Just felt like a little bit of desperation and panic at times from the Japanese with her shot selection, but that's all down to the tightness and the accuracy that Tayeb was playing at.
Play will resume in 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. Tayeb leads the game to love. Love all. Down.
Well, Parky, I didn't ask your predictions, but what are you going for here at this stage? You've got a
One
bit of
love.
Tayeb.
Yeah. I really hope you're wrong now.
It's just a hunch, you know, I'm just pretty good at predicting these things.
And out 1-all.
I'm a little bit disappointed on behalf of Watanabe. Just
It isn't
the way
over
she
yet.
fell off a little bit at the end of that second, because she's, you know, we were waxing lyrical about it. She is a very good player, but I think at this moment she'll be a little bit disappointed with the drop off in the second and really want to try and push things back in this third.
2-1.
She had a real good chance of winning the first. It just shows Tayeb's quality really to hold her off.
2-1.
And not just quality but experience.
It's quick.
Great boast.
Oh, it's too quick.
Stroke to Tayeb.
She's almost wanting to get onto that ball so early and take it.
Well, usually she canes these kind of volleys. We were talking about how
And
good her
now
volleys
2-all.
are. She canes them low and hard and straight, but that was a complete miscue.
I really like the aggressiveness with the early hitting and the pace at which she does, but you have to also recognize when to respect, to take your time
3-2.
or slow the ball down, soften it off through the hands and get that balance, because then the aggressiveness will be far more effective as well when she's chopping and changing between the two.
Yeah, it's just try not to panic. It's a good width.
Perfect.
4-2.
She's not wasting any time between points here, Tayeb.
Well, no, she's got the momentum. She's on a bit of a roll here.
That's something that she's a master at recognizing.
It's an excellent pickup. Trademark slide. Oh.
She really snatched at that one. Like you say, just panicking a little bit, just rushing things, Watanabe.
It's the composure.
Yeah. And that's something that Tayeb has in abundance.
What a hold.
Down.
Oh, unfortunate there, but a great hold. Really took the movement away of Watanabe there.
3-5.
Who then was scurrying a little bit and got this opportunity. Right shot selection from Tayeb, just clipping the tin. Again, that hold, last minute change, direction, wrong footing Watanabe. Just unsettles her. You can feel she's not in that rhythm that she was last night against Adele.
Down.
Yeah, just a bit desperate with the shot selection.
And out 6-3.
At this stage, you're starting to feel that she could have done with a bit of a better draw, really, Watanabe, because she's playing, she's playing remarkably well. I think against some other players, she would have been able to maintain that dominance, and Tayeb's just a bit of a different class.
Yeah, but you have to earn those better draws, earn the rankings, and she is on her way up, but it'll come. Yeah, that's 2 in a row. Absolutely incredible weight of shot and an excellent, exquisite finish there. 2 perfect lengths,
8-3.
really having to dig it out there, Watanabe. Yeah, she's really, really comfortable and confident now.
9-3.
You can tell in her movement, she's just flowing a lot more as well. Also, reading Watanabe a lot better now. Having been on court with her
4-9.
for the last 20-odd minutes.
Yeah, this last phase, this last game and a half has been a bit of a masterclass, really, from Tayeb. She's both been so impressed with the way she's been finding the space. That
is a perfect example. She played, a
4.
lot of players would panic at that and hit it really quickly, but she's just taken her time and peppered the ball into the space.
She's executing brilliantly, and that's a great example. I mean, I don't know if that was good, that last one. The referee's called it down.
11-4,
Nour
match to Tayeb.
Shakes
3
hands
game
with
to
Satomi
love.
Watanabe. He's played a brilliant tournament.
13-11, 11-3.
Fantastic squash from the Japanese #1, but Nour Tayeb just a bit too good. Giving a bit of a masterclass. Really impressing myself and Lisa Aitken now. Coming through 13-11, 11-3, 11-4 in just under half an hour. Nour Tayeb through to the next round.
Well, given the head-to-heads, these two had never played each other before, and it did take the first game for Tayeb to really work out what this Japanese girl who's on the rise was all about. Very threatening in her ability, very aggressive in her hitting, and also very attacking into the front court. But she's well experienced, she's well rehearsed in these situations now, Tayeb. And once she got there, it was pretty impeccable by the end. Confident shots like that top spin, really hitting into space and the ball not coming back out. And what a display in the end here. She is through to the quarterfinals.
Well, up next we have the #2 seed Victor Crouin from France against Juan Camilo Vargas of Colombia. So that's coming up in around 7 minutes' time. Join us then.